Hello everyone, Kalive here, and welcome back to Enshrouded in 2025. So in the previous episode, we did make it into the Albaneve Summits, and that just consisted of us going and dropping down some waypoints, and then also getting the Spire. We also completed the alchemy quest, so we got lots of recipes from that, and then we got some resources, including some animals, and we do have quite a few of them now. They did breed, so we do have a bunch of the frizzy goats and the yaks. They've also been producing quite a few resources. We're also able to get some other resources, so we got some coal and obsidian were the two big ones, then lots of like plants, the enshrouded ice, I showed you where to get that from, and a few other resources down there. And so between episodes I did go back and get quite a few of those resources, and while I was mining I was able to get to level 30, and so now I'm level 30, just barely in there. And so if you are underleveled, so like level probably 28 or less, I would say you should go mining some coal. Coal is really fast to get. You get quite a bit of coal. Each hit gives you at least one, and the XP will add up pretty fast. And you're also going to need that coal for later on as well. So yeah, if you're underleveled at this point, you're going to be able to get caught up pretty quickly by just mining. And so some other things to get caught up with before you go to the summits is just to hit up and make sure you have all of the roots destroyed from the other zones, because you're going to want to make sure your skills are maxed out before you start doing too much in here. And finally, you're going to want to make sure you do have at least some animals acquired from the summits already producing stuff, because you're going to need quite a bit of resources to get that going. And when you do need those resources finally, you're going to want to have them already done, or you're going to be spending a lot of time backtracking and trying to make sure that you get caught up with those resources. Yeah, so one of the earlier ones is the milk. The milk's going to be pretty important to get the food so that you can actually make it to the cold and grab that furnace. Then once we get the furnace, we're going to need the wool to make the padding for the armor. So that's going to be something you probably want to have ready to go for when we get that furnace. And yeah, this is where you make the wool at. It's from the spinning machine. You get this in the Kindle Wastes. So we're going to need some of that, and we're also going to need some of this stuff, and this is the chitin powder, and we get this from the bugs inside of the Albaneve Summits. And yeah, with that we got some new recipes, one of those being the salon and sink. Yes, in order to make this you need the critter carapaces, and those drop from the bugs, and it's not hard to get a bunch of these. And where I went was, if you look at the map, let's go up to the summits. And if you go to this area, there's this area in between these two shroud areas. And there's also a broken bridge on one side. So on both sides of this unshrouded area is going to be some bug nests. And the bug nests, you can just let them spawn bugs and then take them out, and then you'll have some carapace. And when I went there, I was able to get about 30 or so. So you do need 5 carapaces to make 5 powder. So it is a 1-to-1 ratio. And yeah, besides this, I did get some other things in the shroud, mostly like the enshrouded ice and things like that. Alright, so let's get started. I did get a quest at the flame once I hit level 30. So that's what this is. Protect yourself against the snow. Alright, new quest, ignite the coldest elixir well. Okay, so this is a quest. We need to go into the cold area and defeat the elixir well, and there's a boss in that elixir well that we need to kill. So if we look at our flame shrine here, and if we look at what it takes to strengthen the flame, we're going to need the fell Cyclops head, which is from that elixir well. So this is the main goal, is to strengthen the flame so we can fight the final boss. See, we have a lot of stuff here, so if we look at all of these other things, we're going to need quite a bit of wool, so it's good to get that started early. Let's take 40 to upgrade, and there's also a bunch of wool we're going to need for the padding. And besides that, we're also going to need some gentian. And this is the yellow flowers you find all throughout the summits. And once you get a few of them, you should start growing some of that pretty early on. And I have been actually growing some of that stuff, so I can complete this quest. This is the harder stuff, so the flammable goo is probably the hardest. The reason why this is the hardest is because, let's go to the alchemy bench here. We are going to need Flammable goo. Tar, shroud vapor. So 5 from 1 shroud vapor. Then the goo and then the coal, these are things that we can already craft. The shroud vapor is the biggest thing. So if we go back to this, I mentioned this before, this is the shroud vapor stuff. I went and actually farmed up some of this stuff. It is a huge pain to farm up the shroud ice and the mycelium as well. There's a lot of places that have the mycelium, but it's so spread out and it's hard to grab. So I would recommend getting this started as well. But as we saw, 1 shroud vapor produces 5 goo. And we need 40 goo. So we need 8 shroud vapor just to upgrade this spark. So yeah, this is the next step. This is going to be after we go and get the gear to go to the cold area. But I wanted to mention this now because you can get Gentian now. You can start working on the flammable goo as well. And you can also get some ice. So these are all things you can work on right now. And I just wanted to point out that you're going to need quite a bit of this stuff early on. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So we have that quest. The next quest we're going to need to work on. Let's look at our quest log here. We do have this quest here. It says the barber's asking to bring ice. So we can go show the barber this ice, I believe. Color of the crystal peaks. Okay. Alright, so now we have a new quest. Turquoise treasures. Okay, so this is the Enshrouded ice one. Alright, so we got the Enshrouded ice in our bag, so that's completed. So I think that's all the quests that we have now from him. No one else has any quests. Okay, so as far as the quest goes, we do have a few places we can go to in lower level areas. One of those is going to be the Gaze into the Void. So this is a Shroud Lair location from the Forgotten Tombs area. So that's one place we can go. So let's get started on that. Let me go ahead and put stuff away. And we'll get started on the quests in the lower area. We haven't been on this side yet. We've been a little bit over here, but I'm going to start probably from the Nomad Highlands Ancient Spire. And we're going to run through and start doing some quests in this lower area and doing a little bit of exploration. So we'll probably hit up this Elixir well first, and that'll be our first target to get started at. Alright, we're back. So we're going to head over to the mountains here from the Nomad Highlands. One thing I wanted to point out, I haven't actually gotten a quest to find the songs in the Albaneve Summits. I'm not sure why that is, but there should be a quest to find the music notes in here. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to go to those places and then I'll show you where they are. So if you have the quest, then you could do that. If not, hopefully this will trigger the quests. I guess we'll see. But yeah, let's head over here towards the mountain. Alright, so we have been over here before. So up at the mountains right here, there's going to be a little structure up here. We're going to go to that structure first. This is where the first music note is. So let's see if we get a quest triggered from this. There's just some rats in here. Oh, and there's some wisps, I hear them. Alright, I do want to grab this rat fur, because we can actually use this to craft some repair kits, so I don't have to keep going back to the base and repairing my weapons and stuff like that. And that is a newer feature with the latest update. Alright, if we go up this ladder, there's going to be a couple of notes. Yeah, so here's a book right here. Starting a new chapter. Alright, so some lore. Over here is a song, Blood in the Snow. Okay, so yeah, I think it did activate the quest to collect all of the music notes here. Yeah, finding the music sheets in the Albaneve Summits. So that is the quest that we were looking for. So getting the first one will activate it, and the next one isn't too far away. It's just up the hill from here. There's going to be a big fortress up there, and it's a Elixir factory, I believe, or some kind of Elixir production site. But we'll do that one later. Right now I want to focus on the next section, which is going to be the Elixir well. Yeah, this is a little ice farmhouse. I don't think this is a marked location that gives you experience, but you can go in here and find a chest. Yeah, so here's the scavengers of this area. They're dressed in like cold weather gear, and some of them do use fire, so you will get burned by the archers and some of the special ones. And it's kind of like the poison from the Nomad Highlands ones. Yeah, it's just a small little house. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I did forget that there actually is a chest back where we were, up on top of that little building. We'll grab that real quick. Alright, here's a chest on the top of the building. Exceptional ring of stamina. Okay, that's pretty good. Can use that for mining. Alright, so let's go ahead towards this direction. And we'll hit up a respawn point before we make it to the Elixir well. So we'd head down into the shroud here. And there's actually quite a few mushrooms over here. This is a pretty good spot to get some enshrouded ice if you need it. And yeah, definitely want to avoid fighting those jellyfish guys. I'm not really specialized in range. Oh yeah, there's a stalker down here. Every time. It happens every time I fight these things. Okay, got the stuff. Let's try and kill that thing again. Alright, that's much better. Just need to remember to dodge those big swings when I encounter them. The problem is with these things, you don't encounter them often enough to remember that they do a one-shot attack at the beginning. And it's weird, I keep hearing a sound like it's another one, but I don't see it. That's right, let's move on. So let's keep going down towards this Elixir well. It's marked on the map. Yeah, I see the outline, so this is the place. Yeah, I need to find the entrance. So it's down there. Okay, a little further away. Yeah, all this blue glowing stuff is actually called the active mycelium. This is one of the ingredients for the shroud vapor. Alright, so this is the entrance and the respawn point. And this is one of the easier ones, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. The boss in here is a brute. So there's a chance we can get some steel bars and some silver bars from here. And I'll show you where in a moment. And this is also a pretty good place to farm up some other resources as well. Alright, so if we get down to the bottom here, we definitely will be able to see the route from the entrance. Maybe we could take it out pretty quickly. So if we come up here, we can kind of get a general idea of how this works. This whole thing is like a big loop, like a big spiral, and it's pretty linear to go through this. And the end is right there. This is where the Shrouded is. And I believe we can blow this thing up from over here. Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible? Maybe not. I'm just not going to worry about it right now. We can go around the normal way and get to there. I'm not sure what I was hitting before, though. But yeah, this is the path to get to the Shroud route. Alright, so definitely loot the bugs if you need some more of those carapaces. Gem of Cold Composure. I don't think that one's very good. Alright, yeah, all this stuff. There we go. Here's some more bugs. Alright, so up here there's going to be some more resources. And we find some new things sometimes. Oh, we found some steel. Okay, steel bars. We also got some silver too. Silver bars. So this is another method of getting some gear, is you can actually get the steel and stuff from here. Or any of the other places that are like this. Yeah, so we unlocked a bunch of recipes from that. Okay, so we're almost there. Let's keep going around. Some more bug nests. I do see some bomb bugs as well. Okay, so there's a chest back here. Let's go ahead and grab this. Staff of the Ram. Doesn't look like a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna grab up all those critter parts. Another good place to get some critter carapaces. And yeah, I think that should be it. I think this is the last section before the boss. Yeah, lots of silver down here. So I think once you break this route, you can get some silver. Yeah, there's some creeping shroud clouds here. You can kill those things. And you would be careful with that, because if you do get into it, it will burn you. But just keep your distance and you can kill it. So, not too hard. Yeah, I'm trying to get all these bodies, see if there's anything good on them. I think we also have another platform here. We can check for some steel bars and silver bars. I'd say overall this has been a pretty good place for some of these metal bars. Yeah, this level you actually get access to just about any resource as well. So, not just stuff from the summit. Also have some silver here too, so we can get some more silver. I don't necessarily need any more right now. Let's keep going this way. Oh, got a couple of wraiths here. These aren't really too difficult anymore. Yeah, just pull a scorpion on them and drag him towards us. Saves a lot of time and a lot of ammo if you're specifically melee. I'm gonna grab a couple of things here and not just bore you with me looting stuff. Okay, so this next area is where the boss is. We can go right here though, because there is a chest over here. We also have access to more silver. Alright, yeah, plenty of carapaces here too. So we should be good on chitin powder now. Let's grab this. Rune Apprentice's Sword. 31. Let's get healed up before this fight. So this boss is going to be a brute. Alright. Ooh, legendary bow. Devilish bow. Yeah, I'll look at that later. Let's go ahead and break this tree down. This root. Okay, so this has been unlocked now. It's done. Let's go over here. There's chests underneath the stairwell. It's hard to see in it there. There it is. Champion's Axe. Yeah, it's all random stuff that you can get with that. But that is it for this place. We got 3 chests in total, 2 silver, 1 gold, and we got this bow. This bow has a socket in it. That's not bad at all. Ice magic, and then retaliation. Yeah, I don't know about the retaliation on a bow. That's kind of interesting. But it goes up to 33, and this one is just so good because of the fire damage versus a lot of the flying guys that we deal damage to is going to be fell. This is bonus damage for them. But this one does have a socket in it, which is kind of interesting. So, yeah, definitely have to look at that and just do a comparison. I'll probably use that bow just because of the socket. Alright, so that's it for this place. It just wraps around up here. I think what we'll do is come back over here and knock out this whole area right here, which is like a big fortress, and there is going to be a music sheet in there. Then we'll probably go to this Shroud Lair, which is going to have some pretty good stuff in it for us as well. Especially since we need to upgrade our gems to a higher level. Alright, so yeah, we'll come back here. I'm going to go get some stuff repaired and then head back up to the mountains here in a moment. Alright, back at the base. So we did get a little bit of steel. So let's go see if we can actually make a pickaxe or something like that. Okay, we need 8 steel. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have enough for that. Let's see the shields. These are... okay, they're steel, and it requires 8 as well. And this one's silver. Okay, so we just need to find 6 more steel, and we can start making at least a pickaxe.
Break a leg.
And so the next place we're going to go, it's probably a chance we could find some more. Alright, here we are up at the Spire. So we need to go to this place here. But I do want to go to the town of Rothstep first. And there's actually a farm we can hit up over here as well. Okay, I did have some meat that I made, so we can eat this and give us some frost resistance. And before we do any of that other stuff, I want to go see if we can complete this puzzle here. Yeah, so if you have just a little bit of frost resistance, you do get some base frost resistance added on. So we do get 5 minutes. Okay, so we just need to unlock the door in the end. Alright, they're unlocked, so let's go through here. No, I just got a frost wand, so that's not the best thing. Yeah, the base level is 30, and I'm probably not going to keep this, so I'll just go ahead and salvage it. I also did wind up making some repair kits, so I do have the ability to repair now. Notice that I'm also not getting frozen in here, so maybe you can just come in here immediately. You just need to run past this small section before you freeze. Yeah, I do have some repair kits on me, so I can repair the weapons now. I don't need to find a repair station. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to this town over here, so I'm just going to fly down there. Alright, so there is a lost soul here. And there's also a boss here as well. There is probably inside this big building here. Yeah, there's the boss. Bar popped up. So let's try to kill everything and then pull the boss after that. Alright, so let's see what he drops. Okay, get the Extinguished Sword. So one thing about the fire guys from the humanoids is they can drop the flammable goo. And that could save you quite a bit of time trying to farm up the materials for that. Nothing there. There's some more meat. I think we're good on meat now, though. This guy's got some silver on him. Yeah, so this is a decent place to find some items like meat and silver from these drops. But let's go into this building here. There's a chest here, and we'll get a bow. Okay. I definitely won't be using this bow. And over in this corner, there is a person we can get. If there's a quest for this guy, I'm not sure where it's at. But this is Oscar Godwin. We'll speak to him, we'll get back to the base, and see if there's any more quests that he gives us. Alright, so next to this building that we were just in, there is a mine. We do get some experience for that. And in here, there is just a bunch of coal, really. There might be some obsidian, but I'm pretty sure it's just coal. So if you need coal, this is where to go. And you can bring your repair kits and have a lot of durability on your pickaxe. And I think that's pretty much it for this area. There's not a whole lot more that you can do here. There might be some extra chests laying around. But mostly it's just the scavengers here that you can farm up. And we need to get that new NPC from here. Alright, so I think the next thing we should do is probably go to the farm. So let's go and head towards that direction. Might be able to jump off of a building over here and get some distance. Alright, yeah, below this there is a road, and you can follow that road to the farm. It's also going to be past the quarry area. Alright, here's Vinebrook Farms, and this place, as you can see, has some pumpkins. Let's go ahead and grab these. You can use pumpkins to produce frost resistance food. And you can also grow pumpkins as well. Yeah, you can also get seedlings from here as well. You can replant these at home. There's also some rats here as well. Yeah, there's a farmhouse up here too. You can go in and remodel. And just outside there's another different pumpkin. So I think there's a quest for this particular one. But yeah, so you get these pumpkins and you can turn them into jack-o'-lanterns at the collector. Yeah, and this house is like a few levels. There's this floor here, there's the very bottom. And there's one above us, which is the main floor. And then there's one above that. But there isn't much else in here. I think there's like maybe a chest. Could go grab that. There's also a bed too we can sleep in here if we needed to. Yeah, this is the main floor. And nothing in here. No chests or anything like that. The comfort level though is at 23, which is not bad for this area. So if you need to get some extra comfort, if you died, you can come here if you're in this area. And this is the top floor here. And there is a chest. Okay, so regular daggers, nothing worthwhile. But yeah, if it was nighttime, you could sleep here as well. Alright, that's pretty much it for here. I think we've explored everything. So let's go to the next spot, which is going to be the Elixir production place. So when we fly down here, we have to land on a tower. That's going to be where the quest is for the music. And you want to land right up here. No, I missed it. Okay. Let's get back up. Let's see what we get from this. More steel arrows. And then there's a book here. Lucky day. Recruit loft. Okay. Just some lore pages. And here's the Silent Echo music note. Alright, so the next one is going to be way up there, deep in the mountains up there. Not something we're going to be able to get to anytime soon. Alright, so this place does have a few chests in it. Let's see. Also, there's a couple things we can grab. Let's go over here. Okay, lots of stuff we can grab from here. There's lots of drops these guys have. And then over here, there might be some things we can grab. Maybe some steel? No, just metal scraps here. Antiseptic. Yeah, there's some wood and steel right there. Let's see, there's another spot we can go to. I think it's down there. And yeah, this is a silver. Okay. And greater antidote. Nice. So nothing there. Alright, so let's go upstairs. There's going to be a golden chest upstairs, I believe. Alright, let's see what we get from this chest. Ooh, this is really good actually. Oh, it's got cold damage on it. Okay. Yeah, this actually might be worth using because it's a axe. Axes are like one of the best weapons you can get. Cutting armor, cold damage, piercing damage, merciless strike damage. 32. It actually, there's no gem on it, so that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, but this is what we generally looking for, is something like this. Just with the gem slot would be good. Grab that. Alright. That, I think, is it. So we got our music note from here. And we got the chests. I think there's one more piece of lore we can grab. Ooh, mana potion plus. Okay. These might have something good in them. Oh, there we go. Steel bar. Alright, so yeah, those do have steel bars in them. Those, you have a chance to have steel bars in them, I guess. Might be worth searching. Alright. And then the other section of this is going to be, instead of Fel, it's going to be the actual humanoid guys. Alright, had to clear my bags out, so they're good to go now. I'm not sure I need some of these Fel drops anymore. I think we're kind of like maxing out on a lot of this stuff. Yeah, let's check these boxes. One thing that's nice is these bandages drop from here. These are a pain to make. Yeah, nothing too good. I'm just hoping for some more steel bars, really, before we get the furnace. Definitely makes getting that furnace a lot easier if I can get the steel bars beforehand. Okay, then there's one more section over here, and these are the scavengers, and these scavengers do have some newer types. So there's a flamethrower guy. I think there's also melee guys that have their weapons that are on fire. So yeah, just want to be very careful with the dots that these guys put on you, because they will tick down pretty fast. And even after you kill them, you could still die. So that's why the health potions are definitely a must-have for up here. Oh yeah, there we go. So we got some flammable goo from the flamethrowers. So definitely kill those guys when you can. And you will still need 40 flammable goo in order to upgrade your flame at your base. Yeah, so we got 8 there, so that's quite a bit that we saved just from those 2 guys. That's like one whole craft of Shroud Vapor we don't need. Alright, I'm gonna finish clearing this area out and work my way towards that lore. Okay, so I found another silver bar, but not a steel bar. Yeah, nothing in here, but we do have a piece of lore over here about the new recruit. Okay. Yeah, just a little bit of information about these new scavengers. Oh, it's 10 bar. Alright, that's not that useful right now. Alright, so there is a silver chest and a gold chest we can get still. Alright, here's a silver chest on top of this little building. And nothing good from there, so that's alright. Even with these newly upgraded bags, I still have no room for anything. And maybe a steel bar? Nah, not really. Okay, so I think this side is all done, and the other side's pretty much done. So if we look at the map, we went down to the Rothstep area, and then the farm. And yeah, this is the last thing. It's a small brewery. So this quest will lead us to a golden chest. It's in the side of like a wall. And it's level 30 chest, so it's definitely worth grabbing. Or checking out at least. Yeah, the place we need to go is underneath this bridge. There's like a door down the platform below us. I think we can fly down to this. Barely made that. But yeah, in order to get this door, you have to go down below, and there's like a grappling system to get back up. But here it is, the last chest. It's a ruffian's axe, a two-handed axe with a lot of blood damage. So that's a little bit odd, not much cutting. And it also has a gem slot too, so that's not too bad. Yeah, I don't think this is as good as what we have now. The one we have now is like max blunt damage. I think if this axe had cutting damage, it'd definitely be worth grabbing and using. Okay, so I think what we'll do now is head back to the base and empty the bags. Alright, we're back. So I'm up here at the top of the spire in the Albaneve Summits, and I did clear my bags out, so they're good. I also did grab some potions or elixirs, and I did switch to the sword, so we do have the extinguished sword now. I figured if I'm going to use melee, if I'm going to use blunt damage, I'm going to use this ignited hammer. If I'm going to use slashing damage or cutting damage, I'm going to use this sword. It's a pretty good sword, and I did put a gem of focus light in it, so there we go. So what we're going to do now is not be in that. I want to go down to this place here. This is the Forgotten Tomb. This is the Gates into the Void quest. And there's a Shroud Lair here. So let's set this as the waypoint. And it's down below. I'm trying to get below this freezing area. Alright, this is the place. We were here before. We just passed by this area, but yeah, this is where we need to go. So down below here, this is all in the Shroud. I probably should have used this, and this, and this. What I might actually do is I'm going to reset this timer, and I'll come back down here. Alright, so we do have a 17-minute timer now. Just the very beginning part has these skeletons, so I wouldn't really worry about fighting them too much, because past this is going to be the Shroud Lair. So you can kind of see it here. This place has... I think it's the only place you can get the archaic essences here. So this is probably the place you want to go to farm this up, at least in the early parts of this zone. But yeah, so this is where you need to get the high level ones. And of course the plants have some. So we'll probably have to be farming this up a couple of times. I'm just going to come back here actually and get everything else. Let's just go through this place, and then I'll come back and clear this place out for the essences. We don't want to fall down there, but this side... Yeah, there's a chest on both sides. And a gold chest at the bottom. So let's go this side first. So this is where we came in. Let's go left then. Alright, this is the place we want to go. I'm going to save these timers for later. And I want to keep going this way. Okay, so we came from that way. We need to go this way. And we can go either left or right. Oh. No, no. That's not good. Oh, there's a bomb guy right there. I'm about to grab these. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to probably come back up here and then just shoot them from ranged. I don't want to be messing with those bomb guys. There we go. Did lose quite a bit of time from falling into that. Yeah, so this is the first big room. Let's clear out all these little nests. Alright, I'm gonna grab this right here. These guys, they do drop the adhesive. So the adhesive is gonna be pretty important for combining like lower level like Nexus shards into bigger ones. So you might want to grab some of that. We have two ways we can go here. Yeah, from this room, there's a door above us on each side. There's only one door that goes like below, so this is the door we want to go through. And then from this point, you have left or right. Both of these take us to the same room. So I'm gonna go. Let's go this way and kill these plants. Alright, and through here, we're almost to the bottom of this place. I think this is the room. Yeah, it's straight ahead, okay. So the bottom has the boss in it, and the boss is a fell Sicklescythe. But sometimes he's like not there, or he's like stuck somewhere. Yeah, this is the place. So he should be here somewhere. Just break all these little things here. I hear him. I think I hear him. We'll grab these. Yeah, so he should be somewhere over here in this room. And we need him for the quests. So this quest, I think, is to kill that guy. So we just need to like walk around, try to find him. There's a golden chest around here somewhere as well. Okay, let's go to the other direction, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll have to just wait for him to spawn. Maybe he spawns after something gets triggered down here. But this is where he is. He's at the very bottom of this place, which is right there. I'm gonna go around here and try to kill some more stuff. Let's see if it triggers him. Alright, so here's the golden chest. Maybe this activates him. But yeah, it's through... I'll show you in a second. See what we get first. Another hammer. Blunt damage and shroud damage. Yeah, definitely not... Man, yeah, I don't think it's as good as this. Same level. So, yeah, we'll get that later. Okay, to get to this one, we need to go back to this big room where all the little brutes are. And I believe we came in from this side. So it's to the right. There's the bottom path. So yeah, to the right up here. The other side, let's go check this one out. It's gonna be just kind of a similar thing. There's an archer here. Yeah, we are getting really low on timing though. Okay, let's break this. Let's kill these guys. Alright, so, yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back out really quick and then come back in. I just want to refresh my timer. But let's see, we came in from up there, so we have to go this way. Then back up here, through this hole, and then up here. Yeah, I'm gonna go back out, and I'll come back to this spot right here, and then we'll just kind of pick up from that point. All right, back at the entrance here. I am using these Shadow Bloom wraps. So this gives us Constitution and 4 minutes of Shroud Protection. Also, I wanted to point out this. This is a tomb we can read. So there's 2 of these in here. But yeah, this is the first one. It's like straight ahead from the very beginning. Like this is the repair spot. That's the way up. So as soon as you get in here, it's right there. So let's go back down. Alright, so here's the next one. It's right here. So that's the big room with all the little roots in it and all the doors. So this straight ahead from there. think this is 2 out of 2. Yeah, the void claims all. Black is your absence, dark is my night. Maybe this is what we needed. No, this is... okay. Yeah. Tendrils of the Abyss. Yes, we need to go kill this guy down here. And he's right around the corner. Hopefully he spawned. I think maybe unlocking that chest, that golden chest back there, hopefully spawned him. Let's see. Somewhere in here. Oh, there he is. Okay. I have no idea where he came from. All I did actually was mark that waypoint on my map. Okay, that's it. Yeah, all I did was go here and mark the waypoint on my map for that quest. That's literally all I did. And he just randomly appeared out of nowhere. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you have to have that quest activated and be the main quest that you're on to spawn him. But yeah, so this is what we got. I did complete that quest, by the way. We did get Mist of Fell Sicklescythe. And yeah, this is specific armor that we can craft with this. Also got this bow, level 31 bow, piercing and ice magic. Level 31. Yeah, so this is the one we have right now is better with all the fire damage added onto it. So let's just salvage that. Delete that. But yeah, that's the quest. And this is the place for that quest. And we could go and like dig up this stuff. Get some more archaic essences. It's definitely worth grabbing all of this stuff. As far as I know, this is like... well, this definitely is the easiest place to get this stuff from. But it's kind of the only place that you can get it from in the southern part of this map. So I would definitely recommend coming here. This stuff will actually respawn before the creatures respawn in here. So let's go ahead and go back to this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this stuff. The way out isn't too hard. We just, you know, this is a big loop right here. And then the way out's through here. Once you make it to this room, it's straight above us. So like up there, like right up in there is a door. And you just keep following it, like the path up. Really, that's pretty much how that works. Did we ever go into this room? Okay, yeah, we did. Yeah. So I'm gonna go grab this stuff here and work my way out. Okay, there is a silver chest in here too. This is a silver chest. Nothing good. Scholar's wand. That's about it. So I'm not gonna worry too much about pouring this one out. But yeah, it's behind one of those nests that spawn fell, which is right here, and it's just down the path from this place. So this is like the entrance area. Yeah, so this is the way up. So through here is going to be the little entrance area right here. So this is the other way. So if we go in here, take a right, that way down there is the way you'd want to go to get that silver chest. But yeah, so this is the way up, and this is it. We've kind of completed this. So it's kind of, I think it's dark right now, isn't it? Oh no, it's daytime. Nice. So it was dark a little while ago. I don't want to mess with this thing, so let's go the opposite direction. If we go up here, this is like the way out of the shroud. But I do want to go to the gem forge. So this is like, so now that we have these essences, which I don't think I got a whole lot of. Yeah, 493 essences. We can go and unlock this gem forge, which is, I think it's like way over here somewhere. I'm gonna just create a marker here. It's above this tower. So let's go over here, and I'm going to fly down there, and I'll show you where it is on the map once we find it. Okay, yeah, here it is, right here, this little entryway. So we are below the Barrelfire Garrison, like kind of right here on this little spot. There's a road. This road leads to a bridge. So there's a bridge. There's a bridge right there. So once you find the bridge, and the path actually goes up into the mountains. So that's like up into the mountains right there. Kind of like up here towards the house up here that we have. But if you have this garrison unlocked, then it's just right below it. So you follow this road until you see this like cave with these pillars. This is where you want to go, in here. There's ice on the ground in here, so be careful. Alright, yeah, that should be it as far as enemies go. But this is the Gem Forge, and this Gem Forge will get us up to level 35. So we are kind of set on gems. I mean, there might be a higher level one, but 35 is the max level for the game at this current time. So there might be a higher level one deeper up in the mountains. I just don't know about that just yet. So we can upgrade all of our gems now to the max level. Or at least level 35. But if we look at the essences, we need the archaic essences, the high level ones, level 33 ones. And I think it's a little pricey, 176. So this is for level 30 to 31. Yeah, I'll probably do some upgrades. Let's see how much it is for this one, level 22. Oh yeah, 129. So yeah, it's not much of a difference between the like lower level. So you probably want to do the lower level ones back at the other gem forges with the lower level essences, and then anything 30 and above you can probably do here to upgrade that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what I wanted to show you in this southern part. There's a town that we kind of touched on. Like way, let's see, where are we at? Yeah, down here, we did get to this tower. There's like a bridge that goes to this town, but we did uncover the town already, Wickmouth. So this town does have a bunch of stuff in it. It's a fell town. It's where you would find a bunch of the fell, and it's like down the road from here, really. Just follow the road around, and you can uncover more stuff. There also is a boss just like sitting in the middle of nowhere. Oh, there's that shroud stuff. Let's avoid that. So there's also a boss. It's in like one of these little islands, and we can kill that boss repeatedly. I think it's a fell. Let's see, where would it be? I think it's like down here. Yeah, I think it's a monstrosity. Okay, so right down here, we've never touched on this yet, but there are these, you can conjure fell enemies using these things. So this requires a Shroud Nexus, which we did get from the fell Sicklescythe. These are found in all the zones. So there's not just this high level zone, and they're not marked on the map either. Like this is just a random spot on the map. So let me create a marker for this. Just down from the Gem Forge, really. And what we could do is we can farm up bosses from here. So we can just use this to conjure fell bosses here. And I think this is going to be a fell monstrosity. I probably want to kill these flying guys first before I do this. Let me kill these guys, and then we can kind of work on this boss. Alright, those guys are done. So they're drop their stuff right here. I don't know if I need any more of this stuff, to be fair, like this gelatin stuff. So yeah, this place is just like in the middle of nowhere. It's not a marked area. It's just, I don't know, it's just a random spot. But there are these boss summoning areas. This is going to summon a fell monstrosity. So there we go. Oh no, it's not a fell monstrosity. This is a Cyclops. Okay. There we go. A fell Cyclops. Oh yeah, look at the eye. Okay, so yeah, this is where you would find the fell Cyclops. One of the fell Cyclopses. It's actually a really easy version of this. His level was pretty low. So we do have the eye now to use, so we can use this to upgrade the flame level at our base. But yeah, this is the location, so just look at the map that I put up there, and you should be able to find that. And if we go back up here, you'll find like these random bosses throughout the world, really. So let's go ahead and come over here. More silver up here. Oh, there's a respawn point. Yeah, we're just working our way this way. Yeah, so down further here, there's going to be another boss thing. That's the shroud stuff over there. I'm not going to mess with that. There's another boss over here as well. It's another tomb as well. Buried. And yeah, this is the town right here. So this is the town where I was talking about earlier. This town, there is that big tower. Oh, there's a fell Sicklescythe here. Okay. We can easily kill this guy. Okay, so that's a boss we can kill again. Fell Sicklescythe there. But yeah, this town has a bunch of bosses in it. Not bosses, I would say just a bunch of enemies in it. A lot of the enemies are difficult, and this is a good place to go if you want to farm up, like specifically these legendary ruins. This is a good place for that. And a bunch of like fell drops, really. And then there's a tower like over there. That's a tower that we got the alchemy mural from. It was straight over there. You can kind of see part of it above the mist. So if you want to refresh your timer, you can go to that tower and refresh it there. Or you can just kind of like run out from up here. And kind of climb on the buildings, and then there's a way out around this corner up here. Like right here. So yeah, there is another boss. I'm not sure exactly where it is. I think it might actually be on the southern part of this area, below the town here. This Wolfsbane? Oh, it is. Nice. 3 Wolfsbane. That's pretty good. So, yeah, there's another boss. I'll have to find it, and then I'll show you where it is. It's like, oh, actually, it might be right here. Looks like kind of like a spot that it would be at. Let me just go there really quick. I'm not going to fly there. And if it's not there, then I'll just skip this part and meet you at the base. Okay, this is the place. This is the place I was talking about. So this is a Shroud root. And you can see below there's a fell monstrosity here. So, there it is. There's the root. Let's break the root real quick. Now this actually isn't marked on the map, by the way. Like, this is not uncovered. In order to uncover this, we have to probably go get the... there's a... yeah, obelisk way up here. I think it uncovers the entirety of this area. And that's the next obelisk we need to get. So let's go ahead and break this. And we can go fight this guy. Let me just make sure I clear out some of this other stuff. Like these. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go fight this guy. It's definitely gonna be worth... Ooh, there's a shrink trail. Let's go kill him. Alright, this guy's down. I'll get some more Nexus cores here. And an icicle sword. Not quite sure if that's something I need. Let's see, what else do we get? We got the head. Got some more ribs. Yeah, so a lot of these things we can use in order to progress. We can use those to craft certain armor pieces. Nothing we'd probably use at this point in time. Okay, so yeah, lots of stuff here. We did... This place is like right down here. This little island. We're actually surrounded by Red Shroud. But that's going to be it. Let's go back to the base and kind of wrap this up. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. So we did do quite a bit. We actually tackled like the valley area of the Albaneve Summits. And if we look at the map here, this is like the entranceway, technically the main entrance. And we kind of tackled like everything along the way here, including this Shroud route, which was not marked. We got this Shroud Lair, the Gem Forge. We got this before, but we did see the town. Yeah, that's the entire valley. This valley here is all just covered in Shroud, and in this valley you can find like pretty much any resource you would need that's like Shroud related. And then the earlier valley right here, we did tackle the Elixir production site, and then we kind of unlocked some of these other areas, including the pumpkins, which is going to be fairly important. So if we go over here, the progress that we made... Oh wait, let's go back to this flame shrine here. So as far as progress goes, we do now have the fell Cyclops head. So that's what we got from that little boss spawn area. I need some more ice, so I need to go dig that up. And then as far as flammable goo goes, we do have 17 out of 40. We could go farm up this stuff from the scavengers in the lower areas of the summits. We're almost done. We probably could level this shrine up, and what that would do is that would unlock all the areas throughout the map that are available at this point in time. So they may introduce new areas in the future, but this will get us everything in the Albaneve Summits and then before that. So that would unlock all that stuff. So yeah, that's how far we are along with that. We're pretty much done with that. And then, let's see, in order to get into the next area, we could do a combination of beef stew, which gives us 3 frost resistance, and then what is the pumpkin? The pumpkin here, that gives us 2 more frost resistance, so that's 5 resistance from just food. This is a fruit based, and then the beef stew is just meat based. So we could combine those 2 as well. And I don't think there's anything else we can combine at this point in time. Yeah, we'll have to go and get some new ingredients besides that. So we have that, and we also have these as well, which is these right here. Pocket heaters, that's 2 more. So that's 7 frost resistance from just consumables. So yeah, that's kind of where we are now with getting to the frozen area. We do have the ability to go in there now and at least have 7+ minutes of time to get in there and get the forge pieces. Then from that point on, we could then go up there and spend a lot of time up there once we have the gear and the consumables going at the same time. So that's the goal in the next episode. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. I thank you for watching. I appreciate all your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.